Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Tigers. I'm Sunny and she is Sydney, and today is Wednesday, April 20th.
Are you planning to go to music or art classroom for focus today?
Change your plans. All art and music teachers have collaboration.
Did you remember that it's still Poetry Month?
As part of our celebration, Alice Sapahiolo performed a poem by Suli Breaks entitled I Will Not Let an Exam Result Decide My Fate.
Let's hear it.
I will not let an exam result decide my fate by Suli Breaks. Right now, there's a kid finishing parents' evening in a heated discussion with his mother, saying, why does he have to study subjects he will never ever use in his life? And she will look at him blank-eyed, stiff-less sigh, think for a second, and then lie. She'll say something along the lines of, you know, to get a good job, you need a good degree, and these subjects will help you get a good degree. We never had this opportunity when I was younger. And he will reply, but you were young a long time ago, weren't you, Mom? And she won't respond, although what he implies makes perfect sense, that society's needs would have changed since she was 16. But she'll ignore him, grip his hand more sternly, and drag him to the car. What she doesn't know is that she didn't ignore him just to shut him up. She didn't lie because they were just returning from parents' evening, and an argument in the hallway would look bad on her resume. She won't lie because she had just spent the last 1 hour convincing a stern-faced teacher that she will ensure that her child studies more at home. No, she will lie simply because she does not know any better herself. Although all her adult life, she's never used or applied the Pythagorean theorem, pathetic fallacy, and still does not know the value of x. She will rely on society to tell her that her child, who has one of the sharpest minds in the school, is hyperactive, unfocused, easily distracted, and wayward. Students, how many equations, subjects, and dates did you memorize just before an exam, never to use again? How many A grades did you get, which were never asked for when applying for a job? How many times have you remembered something 5 minutes just after the teacher had said, stop writing, only to receive your results a month later to realize you were 1 mark short of the top grade? Does that mean remembering something 5 minutes earlier would have made you more qualified for a particular job? Well, on an application form it would have. We all have different abilities, thought processes, experiences, and genes, so why is a class full of individuals tested by the same means? So that means Sherelle thinks she's dumb because she couldn't do a couple of sums. And if this issue is not addressed properly, it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then every school has the audacity to have a policy on equality. The irony. Exams are society's methods of telling you what you're worth, but you can't let society tell you what you are, because this is the same society that tells you that abortion is wrong, but then looks down on teenage parents. The same society that sells products to promote natural hair, looks, and smooth complexion, with the model on the box half photoshopped has fake lashes and hair extensions. With pastors that preach charity but own private jets, imams that preach against greed but are all fat, parents that say they want educated kids but constantly marvel how rich Richard Branson is. Governments that preach peace but endorse war, that say they believe so much in the importance of higher education and further learning, then why increase tuition fees every single year? I believed Miss Jefferson when she took me into the office and said that my exams would be imperative to my success, because we were taught to always follow what Miss Jefferson led. Then I took Jefferson out of the equation and learned to think for myself. I realized we were always taught to follow when misled. The irony. Test this with tests, but the finals are never final because they never prepare us for the biggest test, which is survival. And what I suggest is fairly outlandish, so I don't expect all of you to understand this, except for that kid that knows what it's like to be worth no more than that D or that A grade that you get on results day, and the ones whose stories were never good enough for your English teacher because apparently you missed out on key literal techniques, did not follow the class plan, and the language was too informal for him to understand. But then he'd reference Hamlet and Macbeth, and you'd fight the urge to express your contempt by partially clenching your fist with only your medius finger left protruding in the middle of your hand, and asking if he was aware that Shakespeare was known as the innovator of slang. Or the kid at the back of the class who thinks, why am I studying something that doesn't fuel my drive? but when confronted with a math problem, his eyes come alive. So this one's for my generation. The ones that found what they were looking for on Google. The ones who followed their dreams on Twitter. Pictured their future on Instagram. Accepted destiny on Facebook. This one's for my failures and my dropouts. My unemployed graduates, my shop assistants, cleaners, and cashiers with bigger dreams. My self-employed entrepreneurs. My world changers and my dream chasers. Because the purpose of why I hate school but love education was not to initiate a worldwide debate, but to let them know, whether 72 or 88, 44 or 68, we will not let an exam result decide our fate. Thank you.
Alice performed that piece at the state forensics competition and won a silver medal.
Congratulations, Alice.
All right, on with the announcements.
Hey, juniors and seniors.
Today is the last day you can buy tickets for prom and post-prom.
Get them during your lunch shift today because no tickets will be sold after second lunch today.
And did you get that dance guest permission form in? It's due today as well.
Mrs. Quall says there are no exceptions.
None.
At all.
All right?
Participating in County Government Day?
Yes.
Be ready to board that bus this morning at 8:25.
The bus will be parked outside the south central doors of the high school.
That sounds like the Commons area, right?
Yeah, and remember to be there at 8:25, County Government Day, people.
Next, FFA.
Your hayride to Dairy Way has been rescheduled to this Friday.
Be dressed for the weather and have money for food you want to purchase.
Report to the Ag Room after school. You will return by 5 p.m.
Got that? Dairy Way is happening on Friday night right after school.
Plus, you have a short meeting Friday during Focus to select your Appreciation Award winner.
Positively attend the Egg Room.
Have you signed up for the 5th Annual Walk for Hope?
It's a fundraiser by the PE department and it's happening on April 29th.
To participate, you'll need to raise at least $10. If you raise $25, $49, $99, you get an event t-shirt. 50 or more gets you a short sleeve or dry fit shirt.
Donations are due by April 29th.
Hey juniors,
Today is the big vote.
you will be voting for Junior Prom King and Queen. Ballots are in your school email.
Don't delay, voting closes at 3:05 today.
One last thing, we're focusing on distracted driving this week.
Dying in a car wreck is the ultimate unexcused absence.
Don't drive with your phone in your hand.
One text or call could wreck it all.
We'll leave you with that message and this PSA.
Have a safe Wednesday, Tigers.
One shot.
Did you see Allison at lunch today? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text Allison.
Hey, hold up, Matt's calling me. Matt's calling me. Hey, we got the food and we're on our way right now. Hey, who's coming, bro?
You're the one who needs help.
Yeah.